Oh, the library? Okay, perfect. Good evening, everyone. This is the special meeting of the Bridgeport Board of Education. Today is June 17th. It is 6:05. In person, we have, I'm Jennifer Perez, the chair. We have Justice Kalovic, Krista, Eshamir Jimenez, Willie Medina, and online we have Rob Traver, Alba Benahan, Lamont Daniels, and Andre Whitson. We'll get started. The first item on the agenda, we do not have anyone signed up for public speaking. So we'll move on to the approval of the minutes from the special meeting on June 1st, 2026. Is there a motion to approve those?
So move.
Moved by Mr. Medina, second by Ms. Estromero. Any debate on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Lamont abstain.
And Mr. Daniels abstains, it passes. The next item on the agenda qualifies for executive session. It's a discussion and appointment of the senior specialized instruction officer. If we go on executive session, Dr. Avery and Rebecca Santiago are from Shipman will be going in with us. Is there a motion to go into executive session? Motion, Jenny?
Move to go into executive session with Dr. Avery and counsel.
Thank you. Second by Mr. Sakalovic. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Okay, we'll go into the executive session. Those of you online, you'll have a link. Make sure you join that link.
Excuse me, this is Mr. Ben I'm speaking. They said they will send a special link.
That's what they said.
I didn't receive nothing in my email.
I don't see it either.
Sam or Mr. Villa, they will send something.
Danielle will be sending the link.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we can
Yeah, returning from executive session, it is 7:03. And this was on, the discussion and selection of an assistant, no, a senior specialized instruction officer. Their motion,
Motion to appoint Ms. Hoffman to the,
no, Dr. Hoffman.
oh, Dr. Hoffman to the Senior Specialized Instructor Officer position.
Here's a second. Now mute.
I second.
Any, debate, Mr. Mayor Jimenez, do you have anything?
No.
Mr. Sakalovic?
Yes, this is nothing related to the candidate themselves. I likely would have chosen the candidate myself as well. However, policy and procedures that the board has voted on effectively have not been followed. We should have had 2 or 3 candidates before us, or we did not get to interview them as per the certified hiring procedure that's embedded in our policies. And I feel that we have, under 3 superintendents that I've dealt with, every time they failed to follow this policy, we call them on it and we try to bring them back and have procedures done properly according to policy. But this time we're not. I think we should hold everybody to the same accountability, the same standard. If we got policies and procedures, we should follow them because we expect those under us to follow from the superintendent on down, and it sets a bad policy, sets a bad precedent and a bad example for the rest of the district. Thank you. That's all I have. I'll be voting no, but not.
Before you go, Mr. Traver, I just want to clarify that the opinion of our attorney is that policy was followed. For this, we did receive 3 candidates. Mr. Traver, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There is a conflict between language in 2 separate series of our policy that Mr. Sakalovic has correctly pointed out needs to be ironed out. But we did in executive session try and iron out the bump for now, but we do need to deal with it. And I think Mr.
You can't really speak to what we talked about.
I'm okay. I'm not trying to avoid details, other than to say that we need to deal with a bump in policy, which was referenced by Mr. Sakalovic. So I am agreeing with him on the bump, and think that we have, in good faith, reviewed it in executive session. So I am supporting this motion.
You know, their hands, all in favor,
Roll call, please.
Mr. Mayor Jimenez.
Mr. Bellingham Grajales,
You drop the call.
Mr. Woodson,
Yes.
Ms. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Sakalovic,
No for reasons stated, nothing against the candidate.
Ms. Burks Jennings, the president. Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
I vote yes. Mr. Traver,
Yes.
Mr. Medina.
No.
Okay,
Passes.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Sakalovic. Yes, Dr. is gonna present.
Congratulations, Dr. Hoffman. Dr. Hoffman is an accomplished K-12 executive leader with deep expertise in special education, district-wide strategy, and operational leadership. Currently serving as the assistant superintendent in a large urban school district, she has successfully oversees for about 4,000 plus students, managed multi-million-dollar budgets, and led system-wide reforms to improve graduation rates and expanded its inclusive practices. Dr. Hoffman brings a strong track record in aligning instruction, finance, and operational to state and local officials. While fostering collaboration with unions and community partners, she has done a great job as she progressed through her career. As a teacher to a senior executive, reflects a consistent focus on data-driven improvement, organizational coherence, and high-impact leadership in complex educational systems like Bridgeport. We want to welcome you. If she's here with us today, we want to welcome her.
On the, yes, it worked. Yeah, there you go. We're gonna move on the agenda. We have a discussion and approval of workers' compensation settlement for D Jasco. And this will be an item for executive session, joined by Dr. Ciano, possibly Dr. Avery, and our attorney Christine Yeoman.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Pavlovic,
I'll second it.
seconded by Mr. Medina. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Any abstention online, please use the second link for executive session.
We're back, boys.
All right, we're back for the second executive session. It is 7:20. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the workers' compensation settlement for D Jasko as discussed in executive session.
Second.
Any discussion? Any all in favor, say aye.
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 Any abstentions? That passes. Move on. All right, let's address the approval of landscape service contract.
Evening. So this evening here, looking for an approval of a landscaping contract for the district. We received 7 bids. Our current vendor was the lowest bidder on this. We typically do 35 cuts a year. And this is for district-wide landscape services. Any questions?
Very good. Document here, I'm sorry.
Mr. Escamilla.
Just a quick question, and this is the same question I have for other items that you'll be presenting on. I noticed that not all of our schools and facilities were listed, and it was only why and who's gonna take care of the maintenance of those other facilities.
So, for landscape services, there are some of the smaller schools that we do internally. So we have, our logistics team also doubles as a landscape crew. So what they'll do is they'll cut some of the smaller schools and also cut back brush district wide.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Medina.
Thank you. As I've been driving around the district, throughout the last week or so, what is the schedule like that happens with this kind of work?
So right now, we are not in contract, so we're on a month to month of the bid cycle. So we went from a 7-day to a 10-day, trying to be a little, with the closeout of the year, wanting to finish in a month. We have to shift to a 10-day as opposed to a 7-day, because we're not in contract, so we're paying high price. So now that we're going into contract, it'll be a 7-day cut.
They go around.
Yep.
Think it's the same? I just want to make sure that I'm, oh,
That's the one.
okay. And this price here is,
Per cut.
per cup.
Yep.
So for,
So the total is $240,853 and I think 34 cents
for the season.
for the season for the whole entire district.
Did that go up from last year?
We added a few more schools and it went up $800 a cut. But I think we added like 7 or 8 schools as opposed to last year. Just got, we're down to guys, so we needed to make it up in contract.
More questions?
Good.
Any other questions? No motion? Mr. Chamber, you have a question?
Mike,
Um, George, have we always contracted out, or did we ever do it all ourselves?
Years ago, we did it ourselves, but we had 8 folks. Right now, in the logistics team, we have 2.
Yeah.
So it's just not feasible. We do double down with one of our warehousemen to make a 3-man team so we could do the smaller schools and trim back bushes and hedges and things like that.
Yeah, no, I heard that. I was just curious how long ago it might have been.
It's probably about 6 years ago was the last time that we were cutting internally.
I make a motion to approve the landscape services contract.
Second, Mr. Benningham. Any further debate? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. We're gonna move on to the approval of the Black Rock exterior door replacement contract. Mr. Garcia.
Okay, so we put a bid out for the Black Rock exterior doors. This will be for 8 replacement of all 8 doors on the older part of the Black Rock facility. We received 4 bids. IEN was the lowest. We've done work with IEN in the past. They did the JFK painting of the pool area, reputable group. This is once again an effort to keep driving down utility costs and tightening our envelope of our facilities. This will take care of old doors that need replacement. We've got some old metal doors that are starting to rot away. We're going to be using FRP doors, which is our current standard district-wide.
Mr. Chamber.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair, my hand was still up.
Are you up?
Yes,
Mr. Messina.
thank you. Timeline
This
for
will
the
be done over
work
the
to be
summer.
done?
This will be done over the summer. Part of our summer project list.
And it's from start to complete, it'll be done this summer.
It will be done this summer.
So, thank you.
We just renewed all of the schedules for all total projects. For the line.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mr. Benningham.
Make a motion to approve the Black Rock exterior door replacement contract.
Second.
Second by Ms. Estromero Jimenez. Any further debate? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Mr. Pires, we have the approval for the RFP for solid waste and recycling collection services.
Good evening, Madam Chair. Actually, the item is for the approval of the selection of a vendor.
Okay,
The RFP has been issued and we've selected a vendor. There are 3 respondents to this bid. We've chose the vendor that's a local vendor. It's different from the one that's doing the work right now. And the reason why we did that is because there are some complaints about the level of service that they were doing. And this particular vendor has agreed to not only negotiate price, but also to provide additional pickups through the summer months. So I urge you to approve it. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
questions, Mr. Traber?
Yeah, has the price not been negotiated?
The price has been negotiated. We actually, the RFP called for 3 pickups a week for every vendor. And we recognize that there are schools there that require more than 3 pickups, the larger schools. So we brought the top 2 respondents and we negotiated with them. And they have adjusted their level of pickups and their prices. And that's why we chose Enviro Express as the selected vendor.
What's the price on that, Madam Chair? I'm sorry.
It's all inclusive of equipment, tipping fees, and the pickups. It's $590,000 a year.
And what was it last year?
It's been pretty steady for the last 5 years, so we can't really use that number. But it was around 475, 500,000.
And so the reason for the increase is what?
It's just the cost of doing business. I guess we haven't had an increase in the and the refuse pickup in about 6 years.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mr. Medina,
Just want to confirm, I think you did say it, but just want to confirm, compared to the other bids, when is this one land?
I'm sorry?
Compared to the others, where does this one land?
This one landed after the negotiations as the lowest bidder. It landed at $590,000.
And the lowest bidder, thank you.
You're welcome.
is there a motion to approve Enviro Express Incorporated as vendor?
So moved.
By Mr. Traber, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Benjamin Gonzalez. Any debate? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. The next item actually can be tabled. The reason it was on the agenda is because we had various possibilities for tomorrow's graduation. It's been decided and it was within the budget to use Total Mortgage Arena. So we can actually table that. We don't really need to. The item was on the agenda just in case there was
I second that.
something on. You make the motion if you want.
I'll make the motion to table discussion and possible action of graduation rate date options.
Second, Mr. Benjamin Hollis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Any abstentions? All right, so we'll see everybody at Total Mortgage tomorrow. Bright and early, guys, 10 o'clock. Next item, Dr. Piano, discussion of staffing services for the RFP and approval of the district recommendation for staffing service providers. And Mr. Nick will be presenting on this as well.
It's fine. Doesn't really matter.
Good.
Evening, everyone. We did go out for access management RFP. We received 5 responses from 5 different vendors. One of them was not really a bid. He was bidding for software. That's not what was on the bid, so it's not there. Basically, we have 3 bidders that submitted Smart Start, and there's a spreadsheet I gave you kind of handwritten. I kind of summarized it instead of everyone reading at 50 pages of every of the responses. So I summarized the pricing pretty much. Smart Start, when you look there, you're gonna see their rates compared to other rate of other vendors. When we go across. So Smart Start, let's use Smart Start for example, $258.60 for occasional substitute for 1 day. Kelly services under Kelly proposal is $188.85. ESS, which is another vendor, is $186.41. Delta, let me clarify this. Delta T is currently providing services for the district. Their prices came a little higher than Kelly services when they expeded for RFP. Dr. Avery, Dr. Sieno, and I met with them basically saying Kelly is the lowest bidder. If you want a piece of the pie, if you want to participate, you're going to have to agree to Kelly price of being the lowest bidder. They did agree in writing. So we basically, in a nutshell, we're still going to have 2 lowest bidders who are currently our service providers, Kelly and Delta T, are the 2 lowest bidders. Because for me, it makes more logical sense. I really don't want to be getting 2 rates from 2 different vendors. One standard rate for the same service from both vendors. So what we're recommending is Kelly and Delta, the same billing rate for what you see here between Kelly and Delta. You can go down across the same billing rate that Delta has agreed to. That's why I did handwrite in Kelly's revised price, match Delta revised. And Kelly,
I think you meant to say Delta, Matt.
yeah,
I want to make sure.
Delta matches Kelly's lowest bidding price. So both of them are now at the lowest bidder. All those capitals are signed. Make sense? Any question related to that?
Mr. Medina?
Yes, I think you mentioned that Delta services, Delta T, we're using now. But if I'm
We're
correct,
equally using Kelly and Delta, both of them.
that was my statement.
We're using both of them.
But you mentioned before that only Delta we are using. You didn't get-
There are the two current vendors,
Yep.
using Kelly and Delta. What we are recommending, since they're gonna be, Kelly is the lowest bidder. Underneath RFP, able to talk Delta into agreeing to the low bidding price.
Just in case my colleagues don't know, and again, just in case they don't know, Kelly does a substitute teachers,
Yes.
and to my understanding, Delta T does a special ed substitute teachers. Is that still correct?
Delta does mainly paras. The substitutes are mainly done or handled by Kelly Services. Because of the access to Red Rover, which is the absent management system, but going forward for next year, we're going to Delta and Kelly are going to share the substitute teaching assignments. And the way it's going to be handled, we have to assign some schools to Delta, some schools to Kelly. That's the best way to handle it. You cannot give two different vendors access to Red Rover without one knowing what the other one is doing. So Kelly can send in a substitute teacher, Delta will send in a substitute teacher. Now they're clashing in the morning. Who comes here first, who doesn't? So we're gonna do it by school. Delta is gonna be responsible for, let's say, don't put me on that, Blackham school. Kelly is gonna be responsible for Park City Magnet, just for substitute teachers. But when it comes to paraprofessionals, we're still gonna be, I made the assignment of paraprofessionals. Delta is gonna service some schools, Kelly is gonna service some schools, just the way it's done now. You have to mix them up. You can't have one agency servicing paraprofessionals. There are some schools without fairness that some parents don't want, some, in short, it's better to blend it. Let's just leave it that way. Between the two companies. As far as paraprofessionals are concerned.
On the bottom left-hand corner, it said page 1, I know some of it's cut off. What does that say?
Okay, with Smart Start, let me clarify. Okay, with Smart Start, that's why it's not even
Well,
what.
that's only for Smart Start.
No, it's not even what I'm talking about. Smart Start is proposing 4%, 3% increase every year. So when you compound it, it's 12.55%. That's what they're proposing in their proposal. So
That's Smart Start only.
Correct.
Okay, never mind. You thought that was for everybody.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, we got the agreement from Kelly and Delta to flat rate for
3 to 5 years.
for the next 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, well,
Make clear.
if we do a 5-year contract, they agreed not to raise their rates for the next 5 years.
Yeah, so that gets you at the end. Thank you.
If Smart Start had a COLA.
Okay.
Besides, their prices are, their prices are too high. I'm sorry.
Mr. Traber?
Yeah, I'm slightly confused in the sense that I thought we were assigning a sub to a school, not a sub-service to a school. In the past, for the last few weeks, you've been discussing something that I can remember beating my head against the wall, trying to negotiate in contracts the assignment of a sub to a school. Now, what you're describing now sounds more like you're assigning a sub-service to the school. So are we assigning an actual sub to the school, or are we assigning a sub-service to the school?
Understand?
So through the chair, any teacher absence at a school will be filled by a particular service, but they will still provide the subs to the building. There won't be, so to Nestor's point, if Blackham is a Kelly substitute, then all the teachers at Blackham who call out sick will be provided a Kelly substitute. Whereas another building, maybe, a Delta T building, and all of their teachers would be provided Delta T subs. So the actual people are coming from,
Sub in the school.
correct.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
for the last few weeks, you've been referring to a sub in the school, a sub for the school, which is a concept that on the labor side, we believe is a smart way to go, actually having a human being in the school, because there's always going to be somebody absent, except in the really smallest
Okay,
school.
okay,
So
all right.
it's a different concept. And
Yeah.
let me just- Lester, let me finish.
It's-
So you're not actually assigning a human being to a school. I understand in a smaller school, like say Edison or Hall, it might not make sense. It might make sense to share that staff person between facilities, but you're not doing that at all. You're simply saying, Blackham or Hall or Edison, you have Kelly, Dunbar and Bataya, you have Delta. And when you have an absence, that's who you contact?
Yes, okay, through Madam Chair, let me clarify. What we're going to be doing next year, what we call building subs. Currently, when a teacher is out, Kelly picks up to fill in that absence through Red Rover. When they look at Red Rover, they see the teacher's absence, they send in their teacher to go and fill it. What we're proposing to do next year is to what we call building subs, meaning the determination has to be made. Kelly will provide whatever the number is, 10 building substitutes every day, say to Central High School, because there'll be more than 10 teachers absent. So that's what you call building sub. We're still providing the subs, but through Kelly, but you said precise number of teachers or substitute teachers going there every day, knowing fully well that at least 10 of those teachers will be out.
So Mr. Dent's gonna get 10 Kelly subs in his office every morning, knowing
Yep.
that he's gonna, and he'll assign them where they go.
Absolutely.
If he needs more than 10 on a given day, does he have the opportunity to get an extra sub or two?
Now, he's gonna, okay, the whole idea here is for principals to start managing their teachers to some degree, holding them accountable to show up for without due respect. Either they consolidate the classes for the day and talk to the teachers. I mean, some of the absences are too high, if you ask me, from what we're seeing in Red Room.
I understand, and I'm quite familiar with the concept of breaking up classes. We've recently seen an example ourselves in communications. Principals deal with the concept of breaking up classes all the time, in the elementary school level at least. So it happens, and so
Yep.
if Blackham School has 5 subs or 10 subs, then if they get more than that number of absences in a day, you're saying the principal has to figure out a way to deal with it.
Yep.
Which traditionally is to break up a class.
Yep, and look at the attendance record of teachers and talk to their employees based on absence rate. Somebody has to be addressed.
I understand. I'm not sure that that's gonna do it, but I understand you. That's the approach you're trying. Thank you. I don't have any further questions. So, but the staff will show up, the same people are gonna show up at the school? Is it gonna be the same 10 every day to Central?
The same 10 every day.
And if,
It might not be exactly the same individuals. If one of them is taking a personal day, they will backfill it. The agency will backfill it.
I understand that. So generally, though, will have some regularity on the subbing.
Yep. That's correct.
That will also help. Thank you.
I think it will work out better too for the subs. At least they know they have a designated place they're going every day.
Well, I don't disagree with that. It'll also help for the students and the school.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Now, I'm assuming you've built in some discretionary power somewhere for the administrator with regard to whether a sub is working out.
Right. I mean, if the administrator does not like the sub, they're free to talk to the agency. They're free to write to the agency and let the agency know that they don't want this sub, replace the sub. They have that luxury.
Okay.
No one restricts them of that right. I mean, they have the luxury to tell the agency, I don't want this para, they're not working out. And they usually easily replace them, but no questions asked. Yeah.
Ms. Extramuros?
I just have one question. I know a few weeks ago we had discussed making these temporary workers CPI, having the CPI certification and all of that. Is that something that's gonna be part of this contract?
Yeah, in the contract, Kelly and Delta will provide training to their paraprofessionals based on the level that we require. So if we require them to have CPI training, all of the agency paras, whether it's Delta or Kelly, will have the same level of training. In fact, they offer to help build in some of our Board of Ed paras to provide training too. If they're providing training, then their agency paras can come to our board training sessions with the board paras over the summer. So we can, that is going to be a feature of the contract that they provide at their cost, not at their cost.
I love that. Even
Yeah.
better.
We also have a plan that we're gonna be training the Board of Ed paras in August. And that training, we're gonna share, so everybody's getting the same consistent training across. And then teachers are gonna get training on managing paras. That's new this year.
Any other questions?
Through the chair,
ahead.
just for, because I think this is the right area to think, to want to bring it up, something that was drawn to my attention throughout this school year and everything as far as pairs and special education. And I don't know if this is consistent with Kelly and or Delta T or just ours. The responsibility, I know with the youngers that we have diaper changes and all that stuff, they're all required by their
Yes.
top 10 to do
Yes.
that. Okay, great. So I'll talk to you guys later about that one. Thank you.
I see no others or motion.
All right, I have another sheet that I added where it says expiring Kelly billing rates compared to their FY 2026.
Mr. Traver, can you mute your microphones for us? Thank you.
Compared to their FY 2026 RFP rates. What that sheet is basically letting you know, you're gonna see current, where it says current on the header, handwritten current. That is the current rate that the district is paying Kelly for each of those categories. In their RFP proposal, this is the rate they proposed in their RFP. If you look, you're gonna see the RFP rate, proposed RFP rate is lower than what we've been paying them. Meaning they're bidding lower, less than what we have been paying them. So I converted into percentage, is 1.64% decrease. Relative to every category in aggregate, they all run about 1.6. When you translate it to, and that is the new rate that Delta has agreed to. So Delta's rate, current rate is a little slightly higher than Cali as of today. But Delta has agreed to the new revised low rate for next year. What that means in aggregate between Delta and Cali, what we paid them last year, which was about $15 million. If you factor that 1.4 million, 1.4% or 6% into the equation, you're looking at $250,000 savings a year, next year, from what we paid them last year.
Good. One last question. And so now I'm curious, how long are we gonna realize those savings? How long is it?
It's a continued annual savings. First year you get 250 savings.
Yeah.
That 250 will continue because the rate is fixed for the next 5 years.
Okay, excellent.
The beauty of it is, if not the beauty of it, I mean, it's beautiful. Let's not forget, they're locking in the rate for the next 5 years. Without COLA, cost of living increase.
Motion.
I'm supposed to say.
Motion to approve the district's recommendation of staffing services providers.
Second.
Delta T and Kelly, so can you say Delta T?
Delta T and Kelly Services.
Motion was made by Ms. Esther Mara Jimenez, and seconded by Mr. Bennett Hangler Hollis. Seeing no, will any debate? Seeing none, all in favor says aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it. Last item, I think we have approval to participate with the city of Bridgeport in the following RFPs: the Medicare, medical and prescription, the active employees, medical, prescription, vision, and the workers' compensation. Ms. Myers, are you?
I could
Okay.
so through the chair. So we have an opportunity again to partner with the city through their bidding process on three pretty significant contracts: the Medicare, medical and prescription, active employees for prescription and vision and medical, and also the workers' compensation company that processes our workers' compensation claims. So those are three potentially impactful to our budget, and partnering with the city will allow us to achieve, even more cost savings if you approve us to participate with the city in those RFP processes. So we'd be happy to answer any questions about partnering with the city. And this is just, all you're doing is approving us to participate with the city. We haven't gotten any bids out yet or any, bidders back.
Questions right now, or motions? Mr. Traber? Yeah, me too.
Clarify that last statement. This is just approving a RFP. This is not agreeing to change anything. This is just exploring this option.
Yeah, correct.
That's what you were saying in the end there,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
To see whether this is a fruitful direction to move in.
Yes. Thank you.
Mr. Medina?
We're not bound by anything by exploring an RFP with them. We're just exploring whether or not it offers us any advantage on these rates. Correct? Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Thank you.
Mr. Medina?
I make a motion to approve to participate with the city of Bridgeport in the following RFP processes for the Medicare, medical and prescription, active employees, medical and prescription and vision, and workers' compensation.
I second.
Second, Mr. Bennett Hangler Hollis. Motion was made by Mr. Medina. Any debate? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Lastly, we have a motion to adjourn. Mr. Medina?
So moved.
Mr. Bennett Hangler Hollis made the motion. Mr. Medina will
Second.
second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 7:54. Have a great night.
Good night.
Seven o'clock.
See you in a few minutes.
Right.